video, I'll show you how to use custom function, PowerFX function using Power Apps, and then extract the output of that function in Power Automate for various mathematical operations. So I'm gonna cover a couple of mathematical operation and I'll show you how to utilize those. Now, to start with, what we need to do is first go into the solution. And here I have created one solution. I've already added one custom function, but just to show you start from start, I'll go into new automation and then go to the function. So if I click on function, I need to specify the function name. So I'll just prefix this with G function, and then I will say mathematical operations. Okay, and then I can specify the description. What is the name? Whatever is the description for that specific function. Now here I'm going to do something. So here I will take an input parameter. So I'll take operand 1, take it as a number or integer. Then I'll take it as operand 2. Okay, and it will be again an integer. Output, now I want various things. So I want an addition output, I want a multiplication output, and then you can have division, modulus, exponential. So all those things you can get. So I'll just, for the sake of this example, I'll just keep it simple. So I'll keep it just div. Now here I have two input parameters and three output parameters. So how do we use this in the formula? So you just put two curly braces, so opening and closing curly braces. So let me remove this. So opening and closing curly braces, and here you will pass the output. Now the first output is addition. So in order to use add, so I'll just say add, and then what is the result of this add? So you can make use of a function called a sum. Okay, and then you pass operator 1, operand 1, and operand 2, and that's it. So this is how you will get the output. So add sum op1 op2. Now remember, it has given me an error over here. It says type mismatch between source and target record type. So you are passing two integer to the function, but then you are returning it as a string. It doesn't make sense. So let's make the data type as integer. So add is an integer, and now that error will go away. It says type mismatch. Now it is all good. So add function will give me the output as integer, and then now it will ask for multiplication. So multiplication should also be an integer, and division can be an integer, but then we'll put it as decimal for time being. Okay, now if you want to get the output of the second parameter, just put a comma, and I'll just put it on a new line, and I'll say mul. Now I'm not going to use any function to do a multiplication. I will just say op1 star op2. And now if I scroll over here, it will say type mismatch between source and record. Given type has missing field div. Okay, I will put that as a third output parameter. So I'll say div colon, and then op1 divided by op2. So slash op2, and then this is our function. So this function, g function dash mathematical operation, will give you addition, multiplication, division, and you can even do subtraction as well. But I'll just keep it very simple. Okay, click on save. And now we are going to utilize this in a Power Automate flow. So the name of this function is G function mathematical operation. So as you see over here, it has started processing those information, and then after some time you will see a whole bunch of thing over here. So now I've already created a Power Automate flow. As you see over here, it has manually trigger a flow. It has a compose action. I'll just click save this value. You can call this in a Canvas app. You can call this in any other Power Automate flow. But in my case, I will just uh, demonstrate the output using Power Automate flow. Now, Power Automate flow, when we call this function, it will ask for two parameter operator, operand 1 and operand 2. And then we just pass the value, and then it will give you the corresponding output accordingly. So let's construct that output. So first, add an action, and you call it dataverse action, and then from here you just perform an unbound action. Now the perform an unbound action, here we need to specify the name. So I think it starts with G. So let me scroll over here, and So if you see here, it says G corp underscore whole bunch of things. So there's table expression, there is tab, there is calculate force. So all these functions which I've already created previously. Now the one which we are referring currently is G function mathematical operation. Now the if you see this prefix is gir underscore. Now from where it is coming, let me first select this. From where it is coming, it is we have created the solution, right? So Girish custom function. Now this solution, if you see this solution we have already created, and then from here we have started that operation. So as you see over here, publisher is Girish Inc, and that's a whole reason, like it is prefixing those particular values. So if I change the publisher, I will be if I change this publisher, then it will take that publisher value accordingly. Now in Power Automate, it is asking for two operands. So let me put one operand as 10 and second operand as 50. Okay, so let's perform this operation. Now in the compose, let's see the output. So first we'll say addition, then we'll say multiplication and division. So addition, the output is add. This is the add output. So let's pick this. Multiplication, the output is mul, and then division, the output is div. Click on save. So 10 and 50 are the corresponding operand 1, operand 2. And once it is saved, let's test this. Click on done. And as you see over here, this flow has run successfully. So let me go into the compose, and as you see, we have put two operand 1, operand 2, 10 and 50. So addition is 60, multiplication is 500, and division has given the output as zero point 0.2. Now it has given me in decimal because we have selected the data type accordingly for that specific function. Now if you want to see what that function was, just go back into your solution, and then from here you will see G function mathematical operation, and here you will see addition output data type is integer, multiplication data type is integer, div data type is decimal. So this is how you can make use of your own custom logic. Although this is a simple example, this is just a demonstration, but then you can make the formula as complex as you can depending on your business logic. So that's it, folks. This is how you perform mathematical operation using the custom function PowerFX functions and utilize that in Microsoft Power Automate. Thanks for watching.